Everyone is good and you can hear me. I appreciate it if you let me know that you can hear me because I am starting a new live today. I've never done a live on by myself on Instagram or on YouTube, so I have hooked up everything. So I'm live on all of those places. So I just want to make sure that it is working and you can hear me and everything else. So give me a shout if you can, right? Welcome, welcome. Hello. I have a lot to talk to you guys about today. I'm very excited. I've got a heart. It's Valentine's Day. We're going to have all the fun stuff to talk about today. A brand new pattern. Let's see. The comments are lagging, so I still can't tell if you can hear me or not. But I'm just going to keep on going, right? Hi, guys. Hi, guys. Welcome, welcome. First off, I wanted to let you know. Perfect. Thank you, guys. Thank you. They all popped up at once. Everybody's like, yes, loud and clear. Perfect. It was on the other one at first, so I'm glad that I changed it. So yes, happy Valentine's Day. I am excited to be here. I thought, man, maybe I shouldn't do it on Valentine's Day. And then I thought, no, this is the perfect day to do it. It's kind of short notice, but there's a lot of heart-related things going on in my life right now, as you probably know. And it's also Valentine's Day, so what better day to share my new heart pattern? So I've got several things behind me here, a lot of projects that I have been working on off and on, and some of them are finished, some of these are newly published, some of them will be published soon. It's honestly kind of a disaster in here, which are we surprised at all? No, I don't think, and we shouldn't be, honestly. So let me show you what I just published this morning. So as you know, my oldest son, or you might know, my oldest son is Caden. He's 19, and he is getting ready to have his 4th open heart surgery. So he's got a very rare congenital heart defect called truncus arteriosus. And I explained it a little bit on a video, so I won't get into it too much here. But basically, he has a fake part in his heart that they need to change out, and then they're changing out another valve, and that will be sometime in the beginning of April. So his surgeon, his surgeries have always been at the same hospital in Kansas City, which is about a 3-hour drive for us, which isn't too bad. Like, you can do it, you know. So we have yesterday we met with the surgeon. Next Friday we go up for his CT scan and a sonogram of his neck to make sure that they can see, you know, what all looks good and everything before they hook him up to the bypass machine. And then he's going to have the surgery. We're going to be up there. He estimated about 3 weeks, which is mind-boggling to me, but it'll be okay, right? It'll be good. So anyway, I'm going to present his surgeon, who this is his 4th time operating on Caden's heart. I'm going to give this to him. So I got on Amazon a couple weeks ago, and I bought this anatomical heart, right? It was like $19.99, not a big deal. So I got this on Amazon because I kind of wanted to see just the general size. They say it's the size of your fist, but you know, that's all relative, I guess, right? So I guess mine is a little bit large, but I absolutely love it. I think it turned out so good. We've got the pulmonary artery sewn onto the back here. So it's got 2 branches coming off of it, and that is crocheted as one piece. So there's no sewing on that, apart from sewing it to the body, right? We've got the aorta that goes across the top, and then these are little pulmonary veins that come off of the sides on each side. And this is the superior vena cava, I think is what it's called. I am not an anatomist. My sister is, so I asked her to write me up a little paragraph about the human heart. So I included a little quote in there in the blog post with a quote from my sister Meadow. She teaches anatomy at university level, so she's super, and it's amazing. I won't get into it because it's kind of it's a happy heart day, right? But it's amazing. It's amazing what all they can do. And so yeah, Caden's going to have that surgery in the beginning part of April. We'll probably be up there for about 3 weeks because normally it would only be about a week, a few days in the ICU, and then up to the cardiac floor for a few more days. I think last time when he was 8 years old, we were there for 6 or 7 days, I think. So not terrible, you know, which is remarkable how quickly they get them up and walking after these surgeries. But this time, since they're changing out a valve, the specific the only way that they do that. He said, this is the way we do this. Like, there are not options really. So they're going to replace that valve in there, and the material that they use, or I'm not sure what it is about the valve. But he needs to be on blood thinners for the life of that valve. So unless they change that out in 10 years or so, which they will be able to do via heart cath, going up through his groin into his heart instead of opening him back up again, which is awesome. That's amazing. This is hopefully less time he's going to have open heart surgery. But because of that valve in there, the way that that works, the blood needs to be a little bit, the doctor said it needs to be a little bit slippier, right? Obviously, I can't say that either. But so it needs to be just a little bit thinner. So he's not going to be on a super high dose of it, but right after surgery, he's going to be on an IV dose, and then they're going to transfer it over to the pill form, and apparently getting that dialed in to be exactly where it needs to be without getting too thin or too, not thin enough. Apparently that's really, it just takes time to dial in on that, because apparently your diet affects it as well, which, let's be honest, he's a 19-year-old boy. He's not eating the best. I mean, we do eat good food. We eat vegetables and meat and chicken and stuff like that, but he does not always make the best choices. So, yeah, so we're going to have to say, he said probably 2 to 2.5 weeks up on the cardiac floor in recovery. So I was just thinking yesterday, Caden is going to be so bored for 3 weeks in the hospital. Like, the first week, he's going to be pretty much out of it, He said, the surgeon said they're going to keep him asleep for another day or two, or day and a half after the surgery is complete. And also, it's going to be an entire day. He said the surgery, once they actually start, it's going to be at least 8 hours, which there's like at least an hour prep before that, getting him on bypass, getting him all the IVs hooked up and everything else, get him in the operating room. And so every time we do this, like, the first update comes in and they're like, oh, they're getting started. And I'm like, it is 11 o'clock. We've been here for 3 hours already, So it just feels like forever. And then once they actually get started, he said it's probably going to be at least 8 hours, and then closing him up, getting him stable, getting him done, and then taking him to the ICU where we can actually go see him. It's going to be a long day. I'm every bit of 12 hours. I would guess even 14 hours from the time that we drop him off at the OR admissions, whatever, in the morning, to the time we actually see him. I bet it's going to be all of 12 to 14 hours. But anyway, so I'm going to present this not so anatomical heart to the doctor when we go. We had that Zoom meeting yesterday. It's kind of hard to see behind the with that red yarn behind me, huh? We had our Zoom meeting with him yesterday, and I saw he was in his office, obviously, and on his bookcase behind him, he had a big, it looked like just this plushie from Walmart, or anywhere, but it was just a crocheted heart, and it had a little smiley face on it and looked pretty big. So I was like, oh, he's going to love it. Like, he already has one on there. So this is just going to add to his collection. I thought about maybe trying to get another, just a stand like this. And I looked at the craft store, but they only had doll stands, and I don't need the thing that goes around the doll's waist. You know what I mean? I just need the stand, but this is pretty big and these stitches are pretty small. So I don't want to shove it on there, but I thought if I can find one or find a way to put this and give it to him like this, so that, oh, that's backwards. Actually, it's not backwards, but it is for all intents and purposes, right? But give it to him like this on the stand so that he can put it on his bookcase or on his desk or whatever. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I can come up with something. This is just a little bit too big. Maybe I can rig something up. We'll see. Yes. Yeah. Chris, she said the whole process sounds amazing. Just the whole surgical team is on point for so long. Yeah. So that's part of the reason that they are waiting until the April schedule opens up to get him on the schedule, because they want to make sure that, I mean, his surgeon is amazing. And I don't know how long he's been doing it. I mean, obviously 20 years, right? And he was there for a while before Caden. So obviously he's amazing. But that's a long time to be precision on, you know what I mean? So they are scheduling it in the first part of April. The April surgical scheduling, whatever, hasn't opened up yet. And she said as soon as that opens up, they're going to call so that we can get on that, because it needs to be a day that there are multiple surgeons in the building, so that assistance, so yeah. So I'm feeling much better about it. There, a couple weeks ago, I was really having some emotional, just reacting to it, going through it again. I'm in some I'm in several support groups on Facebook for various things, right? But one of them is truncus which is what he has, and it's just blah. I posted in there and just said, I don't need anybody to say anything because we're all going through the same exact thing at some point in the journey, with our either with they are the patient or their child is, and so it's like I don't really need you guys to say anything. I just need to say that it sucks, you know? In one of the comments, she said that the PTSD is real, and I believe that. And then another comment was a young woman, I think she was 25 ish, if I remember right, but she is the Truncus patient. And she said that she goes, I really think that it's harder on our families than it is for us, you know? And I get that because Caden went through a lot before he even could speak, like he doesn't remember all of that early stuff, which was the most traumatic, for us. So, yeah. So, but it's going to be good. He's going to be good. He's going to feel so much better. He's so kind of I don't want to say blasé about it because he is anxious and he is worried about it and it's a huge surgery, but he's also very stoic, I guess is a good word for it. And he's going to do great. He is. The 3 weeks or the 2 weeks in the heart unit upstairs is going to be the longest 2 weeks of his life. I feel like we're going to take his laptop, we're going to take his Switch, we're going to take puzzles. They have a really nice community room there where we can go and do stuff, but you can only do that so much. You know what I mean? So we're going to hopefully take turns rotating. Maybe my mom can go stay for a few days, and then I'll come home for a few days and hang out with my dogs. My poor dogs. Yeah, and just kind of take shifts, so we'll see. But yeah, well, thank you guys. Yeah. Okay, so this pattern for the anatomical heart was posted today, this morning, bright and early. I sent an email with it. It is available. It's a free pattern on the blog. Let me grab the link for you here real quick. Should have grabbed that before, but I will pop it in here. This is going on the Facebook, and here is for YouTube. That's cool. I've never gone live to more than one channel at the same time, so that's really exciting. I'm glad that I conquered that, right? Conquered that fear today. I also wanted to let you know that I did add this to Etsy and Ravelry and the blog shop. And today for Valentine's Day, all patterns on Etsy are 75% off. Every single one of them, even the collections, even the sock week, even the series ebooks that I have out, all of them are 75% off. And that is for Valentine's Day today only. You don't need a code or anything. So go grab yourself some awesome crochet patterns, right? For a super, super discount, right? Too bad he doesn't crochet. Oh my gosh, Chris, he can crochet. He just doesn't enjoy it and he doesn't do it very often. He's got well, I don't know that he doesn't enjoy it. He just doesn't do it very often. He's got a blanket that he's working on. And I even know the yarn, the colorway, the everything. It's this blue and teal, like marled, variegated, kind of like a camo, but blue and green and teal. Blanket. It's just double crochet blanket that he's been working on for years. And it's every once in a while he'll pull it out and it's just double crochet, but he crochets his double crochets differently than I do, which is mind boggling to me too, because I taught him how to crochet and he doesn't do it the way that I did. Like, okay, whatever works for you. Like I think he yarn unders instead of yarn over every time, which seems very difficult. But I guess if that's the way that works for you, then yeah, that's the way that works for you. Right. All right. So what else do we have? Oh my goodness. Okay, since we're on Valentine's Day today, I want to show you this pattern I published a couple of weeks ago, and it has been getting so much love. I love it so much. So this is my heart-shaped hot pad, right? So it's a double thick hot pad using 100% cotton. You want it to be cotton for sure because it's going in the kitchen. Anything with heat needs to be pure cotton. Acrylic will melt, wool will burn. Right. So, yeah, it's a double thick hot pad. And I like how it is it almost looks like the heart is beating when you do it like that. Right. But you pick up your cookie sheets or put them flat on the countertop and put your pots on it or your pans or whatever as they are hot, or serving trivets on the table and such. So this is a new free pattern on the blog. There is a video tutorial that goes along with that on YouTube. Let me grab the heart-shaped hot pad, and I'll drop the link in here for you. There's that one for Facebook, and here's that for YouTube. Perfect. Perfect. So this is, like I said, it's a free pattern. I also have these tiny little hearts like this, right? Isn't that cute? It's only 2 rounds, absolutely adorable. I made a bunch of them with red, pink, and white yarn, and I connected them together to make it into bunting. You can't really see it, but it's hanging up above my door right here. And it's super cute. I guess I don't really have a mantle. We don't have an actual fireplace. We have a electric one, and it just wouldn't look good on that one. But yeah, I tried to hang it in the house, and I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna hang it out in my office. So I have a reel that I put on Instagram that you can see, but yeah, I can't show you, but it's super cute. So these are only 2 rounds, and I had this. Let me see. Well, I don't know, but I took suckers and pencils and I stuck it through there for a little Valentine. Like, obviously, your Valentine's Day parties in elementary school probably happened yesterday. I don't have kids in elementary anymore, but this would be a super cute way too. And somebody said tying one onto the backpack. That'd be cute. And if you made it a little bit bigger, it could be a coaster. I actually did make one a little bit bigger. This one is just a tiny bit bigger than that one, right? Yeah. Um, Midnight Moon Crochet says, how did you get into pattern design and how long have you been doing it? So that question is easier answered in reverse. So I've been doing it since I rebranded. So I used to be a coupon blog. I rebranded to Heart Hook Home on my birthday in 2016. So it's been almost 10 years since Heart Hook Home has been a coupon blog. Not a coupon blog, a crochet blog, not a coupon blog. I still, sometimes when I'm typing, if I'm going really fast and I'm not thinking about it, sometimes I'll just automatically type coupon, or sometimes if I'm writing printable for like the printable pattern, I'll put printable coupon, just because we used to be just like wrote, like just go every time, right? Kind of funny. How did I get into pattern design? So my younger brother taught me to crochet about 12 years ago, maybe something like that. And I was doing it for a couple of years, and I was doing the coupon blog, and I noticed that couponing was just going south. Like, the stores weren't taking as many coupons, they weren't doubling them anymore. Couponing was dying, and honestly, it's still there, and I still use like digital coupons and things like that, and rebates and things that I always used before. But it was just dying a slow death, and I didn't want to die along with the coupon industry, right? So changed over to the crochet after my brother introduced me to it, and I really focused on tutorials a lot because I was learning how to crochet at the time. Like, a lot of those stitches, I would learn it, I'd make something with it, and then I would figure out, like, okay, this works best for me, or let's not do this chain turn, let's do something different, or just little tips and things that help for me. So starting with tutorials, actually, and then yeah, it kind of skyrocketed from there, right? Now I just do a whole bunch of patterns. I haven't done a lot of tutorials lately, which one of the things behind me is something that I've been waiting to publish, because, let's see, I have been waiting to publish this cute little thing. I use the cottage cotton from Hirschner's. This yarn is super, I love it. It's really nice. It feels great. I think it's a 60% cotton, 40% acrylic. And so this has a really great texture to it. It feels really good, right? So this is my triangle granny square, which is a recent tutorial that I was actually able to get up recently. And I made this into a toy hammock, which I don't have. I can't show you right now because it's in the corner, but I have a ton of yarn hanging in my toy hammock right now. So up and off of the floor and off of my area, right? And like, it's a lot of yarn up there. But I have a granny ripple tutorial. So as you would do like a chevron, a granny chevron, right? I don't have a tutorial for that. I have a tutorial for the granny stitch. I have a tutorial for the flat granny, right? Worked back and forth. And I have the granny squares. I have a lot of granny squares, but I don't have a granny ripple. So this, I know I showed it to you last time, but this is, I mean, it's been a while and I still haven't published it, right? This is actually just a granny square. It starts literally from one granny square, and then you do strategic decreases and increases to make it turn into a bag. So I've got my eyelets sitting over there. I'm going to use little eyelets like this, right? You stick them through each side, and then you've got this little tool that you use, right? You put it on top of there, and then you hammer it, and it gets put a little eyelet in it, right? So then I've also got whack myself in the face with it. I've got these cords that I made on my iCord machine, that blue thing back there, and I'm going to put straps on it. So it's just super cute, and you can make it as big as you want. The beauty of this is that the granny square, the bigger you make the granny square, like you can, this one, I should measure this, or I will before I publish it, obviously. I think this one looks like um, it was about 9 inches wide, the granny square, before I started doing the shaping of it. But you can have yours go to 12 inches. You can go to whatever. Like you can make it as big as you want it to be. If you want it to be a humongous, like maybe even that's a really good idea. If you made a huge one like this, and it doesn't even matter what yarn or what colors, cotton would probably be best. If you made a huge one and like really big, like a Santa bag, like a Santa's bag, that size, that would be great for like taking your laundry to the laundromat. If you go to the laundromat and do like 5 loads at once, like something like that, I can think of a lot of useful reasons to make a huge granny bag, right? But anyway, all I have to do is get the tutorial for the granny ripple up so that I can share this bag pattern. So hopefully soon. Carolyn says, any plans for the return of my podcast? I was thinking about that the other day, and I do miss it. I have my new crochet hooks that are available. Let me show you those. Here, a couple of these. I've got a whole stack of them back here. My hair up. It's starting to. About halfway through, right? About halfway through, I can't take it anymore. I can't take it anymore. So I've got my crochet hook sets that just came out. So we are loving these crochet hooks, and I'm so glad that you guys are loving them too. We've got, this one's the peach palette, so you can see that it's got like that rose gold and the peach. So the lightest one is the 4mm, and this is the darkest one is the 6mm, and then this is the blue palette with the silver aluminum, lightest to darkest, right? I don't remember what I was going to tell you about that. Oops. Oh, the podcast. No, I was looking at that because no. In these, on the ones that when they actually mail them out, they have these cards in them. Find one. Nope. They should have cards in them that says thank you. Of course, I can't find any. These are all just samples I have sitting around, which I keep pulling from like different sets. And yeah, so like this one is missing a 5mm. This one's missing a 4.5. This one's missing a 6. Like, oh my gosh, right? I just try to keep them all together. But there is a card in there, and there is a coupon code for a free pattern on the blog. So you go to the blog shop and pick out any pattern. It can be an ebook, it can be whatever. And there is a coupon for that, for a free pattern. On there, though, I also included sorry, I put this probably loud. I also included a QR code to the podcast about gauge. So not gonna lie, I've done a lot of videos over the years. Like I just said, it's been almost 10 years, right? Since I started the crochet portion of Heart Hook Home. And I've done a lot of videos, and that one is honestly probably one of my favorite, because you know how sometimes you get in a groove and it just flows. And that was like, I was in the gauge flow, that day. It was a podcast episode, but I was just sitting down and talking about gauge. We made a thing, we measured it together. We talk about what we need to do. Like, oh, we have too many. What do we need to do now? It's I'm the most proud of that video, honestly. So there is a QR code on the card that I can't find that comes in your hook case. Definitely watch that though. And honestly, let me see. I think I can find it for you, and I'll just put it in here. I will link it. Crochet gauge and why it matters. It was 6 years ago, you guys. That's not right. 4 years ago. Okay. Holy moly. Say absolutely not. Let me put this on the YouTube comments there for you to find that as well. Honestly, that is an awesome video. I think it's 19 minutes or something, but if you don't walk away from that video understanding crochet gauge and why it actually matters just a little bit better, then I have failed in that. But part of the reason that I include that in the hooks when you get it is because on the back of the hooks, they have a ruler, right? So on the front, we've got our millimeter and our little yarn ball because it's super cute. Of course, that won't focus. Let me do what the makeup people do. No, that didn't work either. Um, the makeup people. There's the ruler on the back, right? So we can measure our gauge and make sure. Normally, you have a ruler, which I don't want to carry this around with me everywhere. I take my crochet with me everywhere, literally. That is not a lie. We're going to dinner. We're just driving 5 minutes across town. I take my crochet and I'm going to get in a row on the way. That's not so bad. But it's true. I take it with me everywhere. And a lot of times I'm either making a gauge swatch or starting something new, and I need to know the gauge. I need to know how many stitches I have in those 4 inches. So what I did on this hook is this ruler from the start right here to the end right here is exactly 4 inches, or a little bit over 10 centimeters. And from the start of the ruler, like the line right here, to the very end of the hook is exactly 6 inches. So I know that, right? So if I'm in the car and we're on the way to dinner and I'm measuring something, or I'm like, this looks a little weird, or it looks a little off, or whatever, I can just pop it. Boop. Oh yeah, I'm off, and I can either frog it or adjust something, or just stop working on it until we get home, which is almost more painful. Yeah. So yeah. Oh, Tanya says, I've noticed as long as I use the same hook as you are using, I'm always on the same gauge as you. That makes sense. That makes sense. And I have noticed, honestly, so these hooks, I started working on them in August of 2023. So that's a long time ago. Like, that's a long time ago. And there are so many different things that we tweaked on them. Like on the first round, the hook was really wide at the top. It wasn't sliding as well as it should be. And we adjusted the taper of this. So these are tapered. These are not inline. They are tapered. I have a lot of people asking if I would do inline, and I'm not sure, actually. Like, I think, honestly, designing that should only be a difference of just from here up. You know what I mean? That's the only thing we would change, is literally this last. Hold on. Let's see. All we got to do is change the last 0.75 inches. 3/4 of an inch, maybe even 1/2 an inch. That's all you got to change, right? Just measured it with the other one. Anyway, yeah, so I love them. They're very practical, they're useful, and I love them. A lot of thought and a lot of effort went into making them exactly the crochet tool that I love, and I would hope that I hope that if I love it, then you love it too. So we do have these 2 colors right now. It's just the peach and the blue, right? So the peach with the rose gold and the blue with the silver. I don't think I can share it with you here. I have renderings. I have more coming. So there's more peach coming and there's more blue coming, but there's also a charcoal, right? So the aluminum is dark. It's a lot darker. This is a raw one. The aluminum is a lot darker than the silver. And then the silicone handles are shades of gray. So they're light gray to dark gray. Stunning. I love it. It's so sleek. It's almost, I don't want to say it's like a goth crochet hook, but it's definitely got a spooky vibe to it. I think it's going to be great for Halloween. And if you think about it, when you're crocheting with black yarn, you need light to see your stitches, right? So if you're crocheting with white yarn, wouldn't you think that using a darker aluminum would help you see your stitches? I mean, it's kind of the opposite effect, right? Makes sense. And I'm gonna test the theory. So it is a little bit darker than the other one. You can see the difference there. And then I'm also doing rose gold. So it's going to be the beautiful, let me pull out one of the peach. It's going to be the beautiful rose gold, which is absolutely stunning. I love this one. It's so hard to see. Let's do the makeup thing. There you go. That actually kind of worked. So this one's rose gold with the darkest peach, right? So the next sets that are delivered are going to be the rose gold with a moss green palette. So it's like a really light green and then a darker mossy green. So gorgeous with this rose gold. It gives like a plant mom vibe, like a boho, I don't know, crochet. Like it's just, I just want to sit in that room and like I'm visualizing like what that room or what that space would be with that color palette. And I'm just, I just want to sit in there and crochet all day and look at the plants and look out in the window. And it's just like, I've got a really calming vibe, a really calming color palette to it. So that's exciting. Crochet should be calming, right? Crochet should be your release. You should be able to unwind at the end of the day, and great tools make a difference. They really do. So the last color palette that is coming in mid-March, end of March, is the silver, right? So the silver, let's do it again. The silver aluminum with the purple. So it's very light shades of purple for the lightest and then darker shades of purple. I didn't want to go too vibrant or too dark with the purple because the ruler has to show up on the backside, even on the darkest sizes like this. This is the 6mm. It's so hard to see. This is the 6mm, and you still want to be able to read the ruler really well, even if the silicone. So you can't have the silicone, the handle be too dark. You know what I mean? So yes, we have 3 new colors coming. So the purple, which is going to be amazing. I'm so excited about that. Like there's something about the purple, and it's almost got like, I don't want to say, I don't know. It's not really lilac. It's just a nice soft purple. It's going to be so beautiful with that silver. And then the moss green with the rose gold is just delicious. And then that dark aluminum silver, the charcoal aluminum with the gray palette. It's going to be delicious. I have some renderings, but not actual photos of them yet. So as soon as those come in, they should be in about a month, maybe 4 to 6 weeks. They should be ready to rock and roll. So they are gorgeous and I cannot wait. Let me put a link to the hooks on here because I cannot believe I didn't do that. So these are the hooks right here. And I'll put this on YouTube as well. Perfect. Awesome. Those are the hooks. And like I said, those are the 2 colorways available right now, the peach and the blue, and the other 3 will be coming. What about additional sizes? Sonia says. Additional sizes, yes. I have them working on smaller sizes and larger sizes. So with the hook case, it's got this pouch over here where you can put, like, if you had, let me see. I thought I had one. No, maybe not. I was gonna say, like, if you have a pouch or something like this where you've got a bunch of stitch markers in there, you can put that over here and just have it with you to throw in your bag or whatever. You can also put additional hooks in here, or you can take this foam out and put more hooks on this side. So this starts at 4mm. It's 4, 4.5, 5, 5.5, and 6mm. So we're going to go down to a 3mm and a 3.5mm. And then on the larger end, we're going 6.5, 7, 8, and 9. So when we did, I had, where is that? Let me think. I think it's in here. No, it's not. I have one of those crochet hook things that you check the size of it. You know what I mean? And of course I can't find it right now. But we checked the diameter of the shaft without the silicone on it, right? And I think it's 11mm or 10mm. But I didn't want to go any larger than 9mm because if there's not some kind of a like swoop there, I feel like it might look a little weird. I don't know. We'll see. But definitely going up to 9mm is the plan right now. So. Victoria, you have the blue ones. I hope you love them. I hope you share a picture when you're done making something with them. Yes, I love it. I did a giveaway on Instagram, and Daisy Ann, I think, was the username that won. And so I don't know if those have been delivered yet, but she should be getting hers. So super exciting. And then also Sarah Jane with Bella Coco Crochet, who is amazing. She's one of my good crochet friends. She's going to do a giveaway as well, I believe. So we've been working on that. So keep an eye out for that because it's exciting, right? Yeah. And I've obviously got plenty of samples to give them. Just send me more. Yeah. Might have to send them back, right? We sell out. Yeah. Awesome. Okay. What else do we have? So we talked about the heart. We talked about the heart pad. Oh, let me show you this real quick. So we were on vacation a while back, and when you go into sports arenas or oh gosh, I don't even know, certain tourist attractions, like you have a clear bag policy, you know what I mean? Like you can't take a purse in that's over a clutch, you know what I mean? So I don't like having a clear bag, especially if I got some feminine products in there or something. Like, I don't know, I don't want people seeing my business like that. So, especially like even my ID being in the clear bag, I don't want people reading my ID if I'm standing next to them. You know what I mean? I just don't like it. Um, so anyway, I guess I don't have to have it showing, but anyway, you get the point. So I decided I always have like I put my phone in this pocket, I put my credit card and my ID in this pocket, I put my chapstick in this pocket, and I've got my hair tie, right? Like I've got the not a trifecta, but I've got like I'm like Laura Croft walking in there, right? Or Lara Croft, whatever, Tomb Raider, walking into the basketball game. So I decided we need this. So this is a bucket hat. Isn't this cute? Oh my gosh, I love it so much. So I made a bucket hat that has this drawstring on it, and you just wear it like a I don't know, Indiana Jones or whatever, around, like around your neck, drawstring. But you wear this into the game or to the concert or the festival or wherever you're going, right? Oh, I forgot to weave in my end on the inside. That's funny. Okay, so you wear it into the festival or whatever, wherever you're going, and you've got all of your crap in your pockets, right? So you get in once, if you're not going to use it, or you might even just wear it with the sole intent of taking it off as soon as you get in there. You know what I mean? Take it off, put all your stuff in it. Let me put my phone in it. I'll put this fake credit card in there. So do this, and now it's like all draw stringed up, like nobody can even get in there without physically like opening it, and then you put it over your shoulder and you got yourself a little baggie, right? So I made multiple colors. I did do a video tutorial for this one as well on YouTube. I made this one on camera for YouTube, and then this one I finished the other day because I wanted to see how it worked up with the craft cotton yarn. So this is just shy. This is one full skein. So this and this, and that includes the cord that I made for it to be used as a drawstring. Um, Thanks, Chris. So you can make your drawstring longer, or you could do two drawstrings if you wanted to have it be a little bit shorter and go like right here. You know what I mean? Just have a little bit shorter of a strap, or have two of them instead. But yeah, and so then, I mean, I personally am probably never going to want to put it back on as a hat because then I got to put all my stuff back in my pockets, right? But you could take it to the beach for picking up shells and things like that, trinkets, things that you find on the beach, right? So anyway, yeah, I love it. These two yarns. What yarn was this? Where did I buy that? Oh, I bought that at Michael's. I went to Michael's recently, and which I don't go to Michael's very often because it's like 30 minutes one way, right? Um, I just don't. And their selection really isn't that great, let's be honest. I mean, not the store that's the farthest away is decent, but also that's like an hour and a half drive there and back. Um, Almost. It's not worth it. So, um, anyway, this is the cottony one from the new Tom Daly yarn. I don't know if it's new, but it's that Lion brand Tom Daly yarn. The guy, then the knitter that is a Olympic diver. He came out with this yarn, and I think it's almost exactly the same makeup as this Hirschner's yarn. I believe they are both 60% cotton, 40% acrylic, or this one might be 55% or something. But they're very similar. And honestly, when you hold these up, like this one's actually a little bit softer to the touch. Interesting. But they're almost the same size of skeins. They're almost the same feel. Like it's beautiful. Just one skein per. And then on the edging, I added this cute little edging. All it is a slip stitch with a chain, slip stitch chain, and it looks like a little braided. Alicia, let me get you the hook link. There you go. So yeah, this is a new pattern. There is a video tutorial as well for it on YouTube. Right? And it works up really fast. It's just single crochet, and we have a drawstring, like a hole right here with 8 holes in that row, strategically placed all the way around, and then just feed that drawstring through and you're done, right? I love it. I love it. I've also got, we're kind of speed through. I guess we're not doing too bad. Um, this year, every year, I have a crochet series where the second Friday of the month, I post a different crochet pattern in a series, so a themed, right? So last year, what did we do last year? I don't even know. I am so brain dead. This year, we're doing toys and games. So the second Friday of every month, I'm posting a new pattern. The first one was the toy hammock, where all of my yarn is up and hanging there in the corner. And then this month, I did poker chips. So these are the cutest little poker chips. There's a bunch of white ones. There's a bunch of colored ones. There's not as many red because those are more valuable than the blue and the green, right? But yeah, so you can make as many as you want. And it's great for family game night. My son, Cameron, collects anytime we go anywhere or do anything. He always buys cards, playing cards. It's like his thing, souvenir. So anytime I go anywhere, I get him playing cards just from different cities and things like that. But both of my boys love to play cards and poker and games. And I love that, right? So they, yeah, they're actually really good. They will, I think I put in the blog post that Cameron well, I can't remember what I said, but Caden will steal, rob all your, take all your money. Like they're good. They are really good. Like, I don't know, probably better than they should be. But all this is, it's Curio number 3. So in these different colors, and of course you can use any colors. You can also make, if you wanted to, you can make another one for a big blind. You can make another one for a little blind. You can make another one for the dealer. Yeah, in any colors, honestly. The white, I used the white for the outside edging on all of them, right? So all that is, do the thing again. All that is a slip stitch. So I did a red slip stitch and a white slip stitch and a red slip stitch and a white slip stitch. And I held both of the yarns together as I'm crocheting, and I would just pick up this one and then pick up this one and then pick up this one and just one round all the way around. But I really like the way that it makes it look more like a poker chip, And then I have these white ones where I use the black to go around. I was going to make some black poker chips and use white going around it, but let's just be honest. I mean, after making all of these, I was kind of over it. So we're just going to go with the colors that we have. Yeah. But it's new and it's free. It came out yesterday on the blog. You can use crochet thread. You can use a size 1 cotton if you wanted to. Mercerized cotton will work better because it's a little bit stiffer. That's one thing Cameron said, my younger son. He's always, usually, I should say usually, he's usually very supportive of my crochet and my ideas and things. And he'll be honest with me too, like, I don't know about that, Mom, which I do appreciate. Constructive criticism. I tend to be very sensitive about it. So we're all working on it, right? Mostly me. But he goes, I don't know. I feel like crocheted poker chips are going to be too floppy. Like, I don't think that's going to work. And I thought, well, okay, just hear me out. If I used acrylic, yes, I think I would agree with that. Like, but even then, who cares? Like, you just throw it out there and it's worth a poker chip. Like, it doesn't matter what it looks like. You know what I mean? But no, so I decided to use the mercerized cotton so that it's a little bit stiffer. And then we are using a small crochet hook to make them a little bit stiffer as well. And it's just double crochet and single crochet and then slip stitches around the outside. So that's a fun family game night something. Very easy, very simple to do. What else do we have? Oh, last thing. So I have a little, I'm going to call her my god sister. So she's my ex, well, not my ex. I have my stepmom passed away unexpectedly a few years ago, and it was her goddaughter, right? So she's kind of my god sister, kind of my god stepsister. I don't know. But she's sweet, and she's actually not that much older than Kaden. But she's having her first baby. So I decided that I'm just going to make him all the stuff. So I have been working on various baby blankets and whatnots. So it's a little boy and he's going to be a junior. So I've made him a couple of blankets. This is the first one. And I'm going to publish these all soon. He's due, I think, in almost exactly a month. So I told her, I said, I'm not like a newborn photographer, but if you want to come over in the first few weeks, we can like lay him down and get all, stage it, and we'll try. I mean, I guarantee you we'll get some good pictures. Like, they might not be like the best ever, but I'm like, bring him over, I'll wrap him up in my crochet and take pictures, and it's just going to be so adorable. I'm excited. So This is the border that I chose because I think it looks like little crowns, right? So I'm going to call this one, I think I'm going to call this one the Little Prince blanket. And I'm going to have this available in all the sizes. Like I'll just do the math and make it to twin size, king size, whatever. Yeah, I'll math them all out to where it's probably going to be 8 or 9 sizes for the blanket. And I might even make a smaller one for like a lovey size, but I really like this diamond stitch and how it just, I don't know, it's just really pretty. And I really like look at that. I really like the border. I think it's really cute. Looks like a little crown. So that got me thinking, oh my gosh, why don't we just make it into a crown? So here's this one, right? Because there's all these things for newborn girls, like super bows and everything else. There's not a lot for newborn boys. So this little crown I thought would be super cute, and it matches the border of the blanket, right? And then different yarn. I made him a similar blanket. So Brava Baby is, grab it. Brava Baby is one of the newest Brava lines to be added to We Crochet. So this is We Crochet's yarn, right? Brava is one of their staples. It's the worsted is like, I don't know, it's a staple for me, right? A lot of colors, great selection, feels good. It's a good worsted weight. I'm used to it. Like it's a go-to, right? The Brava Baby is a DK weight. So it's a little bit thinner, and it's a little bit softer too. It's 100% premium anti-pill acrylic, which is the size 3. I love this. This is the sea green colorway, the steel blue. Don't quote me on that, but this is the steel blue. So this is a different one. I've got 2. I did the diamond on this one, and this one is just squares, but I really like the way it turned out. And it's very easy. You don't have to think too much about it, right? So I like the way this one turned out too. I did use the same border for that. So I made him, I made him the crown, right? In the blue yarn, which I love it. I love it. I love it. This one is a little bit bigger than this one because I don't know how big his head's going to be. But let's be honest, it takes like 5 minutes to make one of these. So if he comes over and it doesn't fit, I'll just whip him up a new one. But then I thought, well, we might as well make it a dang set, right? So then I made this little diaper cover. Aren't these the cutest little Hanes looking things you've ever seen? I love them. I don't know. I don't know. I might make another size a little bit bigger just in case he comes out a chunk. I got Chunky Monkey. But he's gonna be so cute on his little outfit. I just can't wait. So he's got his crown, and he's got his diaper cover, and he's got his blankie. And then I thought, well, Easter's coming up. So what if we use this little diaper cover? And I'm gonna get somewhere over in my boxes, I have a bunch of pom-poms. I'm gonna get a white pom-pom and put it on his butt. And then I'm gonna put, this is a newborn little beanie, and I'm going to put really long ears on it so he can lay there with his little long ears and his little bunny butt, and it's going to be freaking adorable. So he's got all the stuff. And I haven't made I haven't made the diaper cover in this a baby Speedo, right? It's tiny. It's so cute. I haven't made the diaper cover in this yarn. This yarn is actually Mary Maxim Mallow Spun DK. So it is a baby weight, size 3 yarn. It feels a little bit thicker though. This feels more like a worsted to me than the Brava Baby does. So I actually used a 5mm for this, and I used a 4.5mm for that. So definitely when you go to make those blankets, make sure, I mean, it's a blanket, right? If it comes out a little bit too big, it's not the end of the world. But you do want to check your gauge if you are concerned that you might run out of yarn, or you just want to make sure that it comes out to be that exact size. Just make sure that you check your gauge and change your hook size if necessary. So yeah, I've got these super long ears somewhere. I think they're probably in the house, but I've got these super long ears, and I'm actually changing it to where we're crocheting the ears onto the beanie instead of sewing them on. So minimal sewing, right? She said her friend did newborn pics with a crochet turtle shell outfit. That sounds adorable. That sounds absolutely adorable. Maybe do like a little dinosaur too. Like, I don't know. It just doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of little boy stuff. I guess I could do cowboy hat, maybe something like that. He needs a derby hat. Yeah. Yeah. So these will be coming out soon. I told her that I kind of want to get a picture of her with the bump. and then a picture of him in it when he comes out, right? So that's exciting. I haven't shown her any of these yet, but she knows they're coming. So that's exciting, right? A new little baby, little baby. And then, okay, I lied. Last thing. So as I was crocheting all of his little baby blankets and things like that, I thought that would be a really good washcloth. So I have made kitchen towels. This is one kitchen towel, right? This is a little washcloth, right? So you notice this one is the squares. This one is going diagonally. And then this one is the last one, which is the biggest one. It's going to be for like drying dishes and stuff. This one is the diamond. And this one is cotton as well. They're all cotton. But yeah, so I'm going to do, these are all 3 different sizes and different stitches. I mean, they're all kind of filet crochet, but they're just where you place your spaces, right? That's the only difference. So kind of fun, right? Figured I'd put these 3 out together as a set of dishcloths and washcloths and dish drying towels and things. So yeah. Oh, last thing. Oh my God. I don't know that I'm going to publish this, but I thought he's going to be a junior. So I know that his name starts with an M. And so I was trying to figure out if I wanted to do his whole name. So I did this washcloth. This is just Dishy cotton. This is 100% Dishy or 100% cotton from We Crochet called Dishy. And I did the filet just with this little M cutout. I thought this can be for, I don't know, wiping down his high chair or something. I don't know. And I thought maybe I should do a bib. Maybe I should just stop. Maybe it's enough. No, but it's nice that they're so small and I can just work on things. I didn't know if I want to even post this one. Like the washcloth itself is fine, but I don't know if I want to do the whole alphabet. You know what I mean? But I thought maybe if I do a picture, if I take a picture of just the solid double crochet stitches, then I can go over with Photoshop or something and just X out the ones that need to be left blank for that color or for that letter, so that I don't have to actually crochet 26 washcloths. That I might do. So I will contemplate that. But I thought that would be cute. His own little washcloth for wiping his face after he eats, or wiping down his high chair and stuff like that. So yeah, so he'll be here in about a month. So oh, every time I make a dishcloth or tell my granddaughter steals them for doll blankets. Well, that's pretty cute. And that's a really good idea. Maybe I will make these baby blanket ones. Maybe I will make a doll size or a washcloth size for those, because then as the baby grows, turning into a toddler, if they've got a little baby doll, then they can use their matching blankets. That would be adorable, wouldn't it? And how long would that take? I mean, really, right? It'd be worth it. It'd be worth it. All right, guys, I have a lot more that I could show you, but I've got a lot of things to do today, and we've almost been on for an hour, which is crazy. So I will keep you updated on everything as we go the next few months. Look for a lot of new patterns to be published. I've been working on a lot of things behind the scenes. Don't forget that today only, Valentine's Day, today only, all of the patterns on Etsy are 75% off. Let me grab the link for you. Where is that? Where did I put? Just my main Etsy link. Let me see. I will put this here for you. That is, I don't know if that's going to work. Yep, that worked. I'll put this here on YouTube. So those are, yeah, 75% off today only. Yeah, I'm glad. The last few months have been really, I don't know, kind of wild. Like I've been really emotional at times, and I've been really, really positive and not excited, but just, I don't know, my it's been a roller coaster. Let's just say it's been a roller coaster, and I'm just ready to get through to May. I'm ready to get to May is what I'm ready for. So yeah, but yeah. Thanks, guys, for being on and catching up with me, and we'll come back. Yeah, am I going to have any garment patterns coming? Yes. It's been so long since I've had a garment. I feel like forever. So I have a tank top dress that is ready to go. I just have to finish the pictures, which is exciting. And then I've got a poncho that I'm working on. I've got another pattern that my friend Sarah, my assistant friend Sarah, is working on. It's a granny stitch cardigan, but it's not a hexie cardi. It's just a granny stitch cardigan, and it's super cute. The colors are amazing. It's going to be awesome. So she's working on that, and then there's more garments coming. Yes, yes. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I will try to pop on more frequently. I know I say that, but like I said, it's been a roller coaster lately. So I will keep you all updated, and yeah, happy crocheting, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, guys.